World War II, an alternate reality. World War II was a conflict that changed the course of history, leaving scars that still resonate today. But what if this devastating event had never occurred? Join us on a journey through an alternate reality where the world will go on a different path. In this alternate reality, the world stood at a fragile point, balancing between the brink of war and the preservation of peace. The preservation of peace. We cannot afford the atrocities and devastation of another world war. Let us find common ground and foster understanding. By exploring and learning from history, we can strive to build a better future, one where peace and cooperation prevail over conflict and division. International organizations like the League of Nations evolved into more effective platforms for dialogue, negotiation, and conflict resolution. A world united. In the absence of war, nations redirected their energies towards progress and collaboration. In a world free from the shadow of World War II, nations are more inclined to seek diplomatic solutions to international disputes. Achievements such as scientific advancements, finding cures for diseases, space exploration, i.e. moon exploration mission, and global infrastructure projects, i.e. oil, and transportation projects, are the results of cooperation between different countries around the globe. Cultural renaissance. A world without conflict created the perfect environment for a cultural renaissance. The absence of World War II can be facilitated greater cultural exchange and understanding between nations. Without the animosity and deep-rooted enmities generated by the war, people from different backgrounds can be more receptive to learning about and appreciating other cultures. This openness could have fostered a more inclusive and tolerant global society, reducing prejudice and promoting harmony. Technological leap. With resources channeled towards innovation and development, the world witnessed a remarkable technological leap. The scientific and technological advancements driven by the necessities of war during World War II were significant. However, in a world without war, these resources could have been redirected towards civilian applications, potentially accelerating scientific progress and technological innovation. Global harmony. In this alternate reality, nations found common ground, putting aside differences to address global challenges. Cooperation among scientists and researchers from various countries would have flourished, leading to breakthroughs in medicine, renewable energy, space exploration, and other areas crucial for human development. Economic prosperity. In the absence of war, economies flourished, leading to unprecedented prosperity. Without the destruction caused by World War II, nations would have been spared the burden of rebuilding their economies and infrastructures from the ruins of war. This scenario would have created an environment conducive to sustained economic growth and development. Resources that were channeled into warfare and defense could have been redirected towards advancing science, technology, and innovation, propelling nations forward in areas such as healthcare, education, and sustainable development. Political transformations. The absence of war encouraged the spread of democratic principles and political transformations. Nations recognized the need for a new framework to prevent conflicts. The establishment of international organizations aimed to promote diplomacy, international cooperation, and respect for human rights. These institutions provided platforms for nations to engage in dialogue, negotiate conflicts peacefully, and uphold democratic values on a global scale. A world united against nuclear weapons. In this alternate reality, the destructive power of nuclear weapons was recognized early on, leading to a collective commitment to disarmament and non-proliferation. They save the life of 200,000 people and prevent the long-term effects of radiation, sickness, and cancer. Diplomacy and conflict resolution. Without the catalyst of the Second World War, nations turned to diplomacy and dialogue to address conflicts. Non-proliferation of nuclear weapons, NPT, was established due to the alarming fact of nuclear weapons before the war happened. The NPT has become the cornerstone of global non-proliferation efforts, with all states of the world party to the treaty. Peace building and global cooperation. In this alternate reality, nations forged stronger bonds and established robust mechanisms for peacekeeping and global cooperation. Without war, it becomes possible that a more diverse and multipolar system can emerge. Nations can have the opportunity to forge alliances based on shared values, economic interests, and mutual respect, fostering a more cooperative and interconnected global community. Lessons for future generations. Scenes of older generations sharing their stories and imparting the importance of peace to younger generations. An elderly person. We are the fortunate ones who lived in a world untouched by war. Let us impart the values of peace to the next generation. War exacts a tremendous toll on humanity. Lives are lost, infrastructure is destroyed, and societies are torn apart. Economic resources that could be directed toward development, education, and healthcare are instead diverted to armaments and military expenditures. Depict the passing down of the values of peace, tolerance, and cooperation to the younger generation. Reflection and contemplation. Show individuals from different walks of life reflecting on the impact of a world without World War II. As individuals reflect on this alternate reality, they ponder the profound implications of a world free from the ravages of war. Include interviews with historians, scholars, and ordinary citizens sharing their perspectives. Historian. The absence of World War II allowed nations to allocate resources towards social progress, scientific discovery, and cultural enrichment. Citizen. I can only imagine the possibilities of a world where peace and cooperation are the norm, where we focus on building a better future for all. A fragile balance. While this alternate reality paints a utopian picture, it is important to acknowledge that challenges and conflicts persist in any era. The emergence of new nuclear-armed states and the potential for non-state actors to acquire nuclear materials pose significant threats to global security. Additionally, the erosion of arms control agreements and the modernization of existing arsenals by nuclear weapon states raise concerns about the commitment to disarmament. Learning from the past. Even in an imagined world without World War II, we must reflect on the lessons of history. Include interviews with scholars emphasizing the significance of studying and understanding the causes and consequences of conflicts. Scholar. By studying World War II and its aftermath, we gain valuable insights into the complexities of global dynamics, the consequences of division, and the importance of diplomacy. Building a peaceful future. While we cannot change the past, we can shape the future. Let us draw inspiration from this alternate reality and work towards a world where peace prevails. In this alternate reality, we are reminded of the power of compassion, empathy, and collective action. As we conclude our journey through this alternate reality, let us carry the lessons learned, the hopes inspired, and the vision of a world where the echoes of war are replaced by the harmony of peace. And so, as we navigate the complexities of our own history, let us learn from the past and strive for a future where peace triumphs over conflict.